Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. What's going on? Jen Lee, Canary, welcome. I started a little early today. I busted out the party a little bit early today. A little early. It's one of those days where you just feel like starting up early. You know what I mean? Lady, welcome. What is going on? You saw Gregory Scott do the January reading today. Use my favorite deck. Well, there you go. There you go. That is awesome. It is happy full moon. It is indeed full moon in Leo. It's time to party. You know what I mean? When you get that all going, it's time to party. Tammy, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And Tammy, thank you for your support on the Kickstarter. If you're not in the Kickstarter, by the way, let me link it into chat. That is my new book, and it's on Kickstarter and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's in chat if you're interested. So that'll be coming out in May. I am working on it, but it is not finished yet. So it will be finished moderately soon, as in a couple of months, kind of moderately soon, you know? You got to have a couple of months moderately soon, type of moderately soon, but there you go. Wolfie, welcome. How are you doing? So good to see you, Wolfie. What is going on? Let's see you coming towards me in love in the next month. Sunflower, boo-boo, welcome. What is happening? We got the... Tonight, we got the Witchling Academy Tarot. So I did get that 4K flip through, and that is ready to rock and roll. So pretty happy with that overall. I gotta say, I'm pretty content with the Witchling Academy Tarot. So let's lower the volume a little bit. There we go, just a little bit. Ida, welcome. What is happening? You love my decks. Well, thank you. I appreciate that you love my decks. Not everybody loves my decks. But anyone that loves my decks, you know, is a friend of mine. I'm just saying. All right, Jen Lee, what's coming towards me in love in the next month, or who should I give attention to? Jen, let's do you. Well, not literally do you, but Jen, let's do your reading. How about that? I mean, I'm just saying. Jen, love in next month. And who should I pay attention to? You know, again, we're doing the Witchling Academy Tarot, which is upside down. Doing the Witchling Academy Tarot. Let's check it out now. See, I need more space. I need more space in my tarot tower. So we will be expanding that tarot tower moderately soon. But for now, I do need some more space. That is for sure. Okay, let's see what's up with Jen. Wolfie, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Ratika, welcome. How are you doing tonight? So let's see, as far as love goes, Magician and the Four Swords, King of Cups, and the Hierophant, it seems that the people that you need to pay attention to are more of the earth signs at this point. I think you're sort of in this mode where you're earth sign friendly. You're really attracting the earth signs. The earth signs are really sort of headed your way. They're excited about you. I think that they have a little more draw towards you than most other signs do at the moment. It's definitely have that feel, right? You have the Magician and the Four of Swords. Now, it has been delayed. I mean, you do have relationships. They just don't seem to last like just too long or what have you. The relationships, some of the times that you have maybe with friends, maybe with exes and things like this just seem to sort of just fall down like the tower. It seems things just crumble down. Not really sure what happened, but they do have that crumbling feel. And a lot of times you're just sort of trying to pick up the pieces at some point, right? We do have the Four of Swords into the King of Cups. I think one of the main problems that you're running into is people that just aren't connected with you emotionally. They're just not in that stage where they can talk to you. They can communicate with you. They can have that experience with that, right? Andrew, thank you for hanging out with us. How are you doing tonight? But the connection is going to be one of those things that you do have sort of an opportunity coming up. Again, the earth sign is going to be a little more in that realm. The Four of Swords says there is a delay. There is some time period between you and where you need to be with that. But it's going to be more of a seeking out earth signs, talking to earth signs, and getting familiar with sort of how they work, what they're doing, and all of that type of things as well. So, I mean, there you go. That's going to be one of the factors coming in there. So if you're wondering who to focus on to, again, keep that in mind and definitely move towards that and see what that is going to happen with that. CM, I got a notification. I got an email. I started a little early, so I mean, maybe that's one of the factors. I'm not really sure. Well, anyway, welcome, CM. Joan, welcome. You're new here. Joan, good to see you. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Vox Arcana, what personally changed on the way? All right, let's see what sort of personal changes we have and see what type of things you're going to have to deal with on that. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see, Hakeem and your friendship. Hakeem and your friendship. I thought it was more than that, Sunflower. I thought Hakeem was ready to bend the knee. I thought Hakeem was ready to bend the knee. What happened with this friendship stuff? I mean, I'm just saying. Let's do the waterfall tarot. Oh, CM got the notification. That's because you asked about it, CM. You just brought it up, and then YouTube was like, okay. I mean, we'll go ahead and send it. All right. Well, personal changes, personal things, sort of growth method with a Vox Arcana, not this one. You asked for the Vox Arcana, not this one. Let's see if I got the Vox Arcana here. I do. There we go. It's going to be, we remained friends instead. I mean, he was ready to just bend the knee and pledge loyalty to you and stuff. I mean, it's kind of weird. Kind of unusual there, I got to say. I mean, I got to say a little bit on the unusual side, but you never know what may happen in love. You never know. Okay, so where are we going to be at with this? Let's see. What was the question? Personality changes on the way. The moon says definitely in the intuitive realm or the psychic realm or the emotional realm. It feels like that you're just in one of those emotional states, right? The moon is very emotional, very watery. It feels like a lot of things are happening psychically. A lot of things are happening sort of on the emotional side. So the moon is sort of what comes around, goes around. It does have a little bit of a pull towards, just sort of the water feel to where it feels like the emotions are going to be roller coaster-ish. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're bad. I think most of all, you've leveled this out over time. So that's one of the things when you do have an emotional type of sort of month or type of couple of months is where you sort of get used to it and you sort of adjust to it and it's just not really there. So that is one of the things as well. So, I mean, the sun as well says you do have, as far as the personality changes, as far as your personality goes. I think the vibrancy of your personality is sort of shining now as well. And again, a little bit on the emotional side, but I think people can read you well. So it's nice and easy to read you. And I think right now, because you're able to be just really transparent with how you feel, you're transparent with what you're thinking and things like that. North Star Tarot, hey, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate that. Joan, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Sage Advice Tarot, what is going on? But yeah, we're sort of shining in that way where people can read you, people can see through you, and it's pretty apparent, what you're thinking and all of this other stuff goes as well. The Three of Cups does say that, I mean, a little bit of sort of where you're at as far as personality changes, it's being caused by other people. I think they're having an influence on you. I think that you're getting a lot of either inspiration or a lot of sort of negative feels from some particular people. And that's sort of affecting how you react to things, how you move through the months and things like that. So definitely other people are going to be one of the contributing factors as well here. I mean, overall, as far as personality changes, I don't think you're in store for anything just dramatic. We don't have death. We don't have the tower. We don't have a lot of different things here, but it does say that you do have some things sort of settling down at this point. That's going to be one of the big factors for you as sort of coming up and moving along. So there you go. All right. We got Hakeem. How does Hakeem feel about our friendship? Boo-boo. Well, let's see how Hakeem is shaking it out. No pun intended. How Hakeem is shaking it out. What is Hakeem doing? You know what I mean? What does Hakeem think? What is Hakeem doing? I think we're going to go back to the tarot we are just about to use, which is my tarot, by the way. There it is. That is going to be one of those things, you got to get it knocked out. Got to get it knocked out with Hakeem. Figure out what Hakeem wants. where he's going, what he wants. Is he going to pledge fealty to Sunflower? Is that a thing? Oh my, Ace of Wands, a 4 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. Definitely, he definitely kind of disappointed at this point. That's for sure. A little bit on the disappointed side. I mean, he wanted the 4 of Wands. He wanted to build a nice nest. He wanted to build a nice nest with you, maybe up in a tree somewhere. Get some straw and put it together, get some twigs and put it together and make a nice nest with Sunflower. Little playhouse, maybe play doctor. I don't know what's going on. The 4 of Wands says he was looking for that. Ace of Wands says he really went for the hoop too. He really went for the hoop. He did a layup and he shot for the hoop and just missed. Ace of Wands said it's not for a lack of trying. It's not for a lack of trying. I think Hakeem was really thought he was on target for all of this. You know what I mean? And the 9 of Swords obviously says, I'm a bit disappointed with that outcome. I was all set. I was all excited about that stuff. And then the 9 of Swords, I'm just disappointed at the end of the day how walk away a little hurt. So I think he's sort of adjusting to his new role as the buddy, adjusting to it. He takes a deep breath and get off his knees and just figure out sort of where he's going next. So yeah, I think he's just sort of in a recovery mode at this point. But yeah, I think he's in a recovery mode. Didn't get what he wants. Shot for the hoop and missed. It bounced off the rim, back onto the floor, and he had to just dribble the basketball the other way down the court. The 5 of Pentacles says, got to dribble it the other way. Dribble it the other way. That's just how it went. Sometimes that's how life works. Sometimes that is how life works. Sorry about that, Hakeem. I don't know if Hakeem watches the channel. We talk about Hakeem a lot, apparently. So, maybe Hakeem should watch the channel. KD, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. All right. Speaking of hot relationships going over there, Jones got one. Jones got some bait in the water over here. Will anything happen between me and Kanae? Well, let's see about that. What's going to be a good deck what's a good Kanae deck? I'm thinking everybody's favorite, the Light Seers Tarot. That's where it's going to be at. You know what I mean? He's too young for boo-boo. Well, is he not legal? I mean, like, what's going on? Amira, welcome to the channel. How are you doing, Amira? Good to see you. All right. In case you're new here, by the way, we'll throw in there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. So it is all about the randomization, never knowing what you're going to get next, never knowing what kind of literal randomization you might be in store for today. But let's see. We got 3 reversed and 1 right side up. That seems to be the motto sometimes. 4 of Pentacles, sort of interesting. The Moon being reversed, the Fool being reversed, 8 of Pentacles being reversed. It doesn't look like, sort of you and Kanae are like the best match. It doesn't look like it is sort of the best match. We do have a bit of an oddball set of cards. The 4 of Pentacles, it's like that we're working on something that doesn't really sort of work. That doesn't really work. North Star Tarot, you're quite welcome. It's good to hear. Yeah, the 4 of Pentacles is like I'm being offered something that I just don't want, or I'm being offered something. And it's not for the lack of trying, but, as far as that goes, not for the lack of trying. It definitely sort of in that realm of, it could work. It could work, but it's just this, it's just, everything's really unstable. Everything's moving around. It's kind of like you're trying to put together a puzzle when the puzzle's constantly moving. So you can't really see where it's at. You can't really see sort of where we're going and all of this other stuff. It just doesn't fit sometimes. But it is a relationship that does have some potential, but again, it just doesn't fit. It's going to be a little extra work putting the puzzle together while it's moving and whatnot. Four of Pentacles meaning sort of, I have this offer. Maybe the offer is not something that I really want. The moon reversed, a little bit of that synchronicity isn't there. The stream of consciousness, the sort of the emotional connections is just not sort of there and all that other stuff. The moon says we do have a bit of a disconnect. The Fool says doesn't really look like it's something to chase. You could chase it, of course, but yeah, you could chase it, but maybe that's just not where you want to be at the end of the day, especially with the Eight of Pentacles being reversed. It says a lot of work could be spent on this, and it could be just frivolous, or it could be something that is just not long-term viable, if that makes sense. But there you go. But again, entertainment purposes only. You never know. Bueno on Hakeem. Yeah, we don't really, I don't know if Hakeem watches the stream or not, but you never know sometimes. You just never know. So, welcome. How are you doing? How does Raj feel about me? Old friend, old boyfriend. You found him on Facebook. Ooh, one of the old loves. See if we can get it rebooted. Kristen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let me know what your question is, and we will use, I wanted to use the zombie. No, I don't want to use the zombie terror for this one. We'll use a little Gregory Scott action. Gregory Scott never hurt nobody. I'm assuming, but there it is. There it is. See him. I'll never invite one of my love interests in here if I have talk to me again going away. Well, it could be one of those. It could be one of those. Sage of Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see how we're going to do. Let's see how we're going to do here. All right. So, Kristen, I got your thing. Position for Samsung. Ooh, there you go. Samsung sounds mighty interesting indeed. All right. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of the dash thing. Okay. All right. Let's see. We got somebody we found on Facebook, the Old Lang Syne. Is this going to be something that is going to be possible at all? Well, Page of Cups. Yeah. Eight of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Page of Swords. That's sort of interesting. Definitely an unbalanced feel for this. It's just like that the one person is going to be much more interested than the other person, or it's going to be just this weird unbalanced situation. We have the King and the Page of Swords. It feels like the communication could be there, but it just sort of having to be dragged out of this particular person. It seems that you could communicate with them. We could sort of go forward. We could sort of ping them and say hello and whatnot. Cassie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But the King and the Page is just way unbalanced. Again, it feels like that you're talking to a wall sometimes, or it feels like they're really distracted, or it doesn't feel like that it just sort of works. I definitely say go for it and go forward with it. Eight of Wands says definitely chase it, go forward with it. Is it going to be just a smooth, magical type of things? I don't really think so. But Eight of Wands says go for it and see how it works out. This is going to be one of those unknown factors. You know what I mean? Well, unknown. Like, what is really going to happen with this? How is this going to work out? How much effort is going to be put towards this? But definitely says go forward. Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups. Just go forward sort of gingerly. Just don't come on strong. Just be there and just say, hey, what's going on and things like that, and see how that is going and see how that is sort of moving along. Just go in soft and move in soft and easy. Soft and easy. Let it sort of slide in. No pun intended. Definitely go for it. But the communication is going to be like fingernails on chalkboard for a little bit of that. Fingernails on chalkboard for a little bit of time there. But definitely go for it. That Eight of Wands says, boo-boo, hit it up. Hit it up. See what is going to happen with all of that action. Jay, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Should I have a romantic rendezvous? Uh-oh. That sounds good. Should I get a motel room with somebody? I mean, that could be interesting. Let's see. Kristen, is first, though. We got a position with Samsung. And will this person call me back from Samsung? Oh, that would be nice. That would be a nice little job to have. Have a company that's rocking the phones and whatnot. We'll do a little phone action with the Dark Mansion Tarot. I think that's going to be one of the big things here. All right. TM, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? By the way, if you're new here, there is no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. So we're running through the donations right now. Then I may pick at random at the end. We'll see how that goes. All right. But be sure to post your questions so it is out there wandering around the ether, and may look at it. Okay. So got a call from Samsung, or we will get a call from Samsung. Is that going to be a thing? Moon, Page of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Hermit. I actually think yes. I don't think this is a bad, read at all. Definitely a mixed reading, not something that you're going to come back, a month from now. Somebody's going to be watching the stream and be like, oh my God, that is a definite yes. It's not one of those. You remember he's a salesman, Sunflower. That's going to be on your mind permanently, isn't it? I'm saying this because of the Hermit. Now, I talked about this in my last book and the new book. Checklist. I have no idea. Checklist. I have no idea what you're talking about. Checklist, you like post random stuff. All right. Well, let's see. All right. Free ourselves from the burden. Hermit says at the end of the day to land in the destination that you're intending to be. This is very, very my style. Very my style of reading, basically, my style. The Hermit says you land in the destination that you're meant to be in. And that's going to be one of the important things here, because the Four of Wands says that you're home, you're comfortable. It's a place that you can be, a place that's going to be good with that. Page of Swords does talk about communication, learning and whatnot, definitely the air thing coming through. So we have this communication about getting in there, and you do finally get in there with the Hermit, basically just sort of, land in there and be comfortable and be conditional with that. The Moon also talks about cycles, about working every day, being every day there. That's going to be one of those important things as well. Overall, I think, yes, I think that they will call you back for something. So yeah, definitely having to call you back. Again, is somebody reading this reading a month from now? They're going to look at this and be like, what the hell are you talking about? And if you're one of those, you haven't read my new book. By the way, link in the description. I'm just saying, this is my style of reading. This is not something that other people would read, but this is my style. This is sort of where we're at with that. I say yes. I got a lot of people coming in here and being all happy about reading, so I'm assuming I'm occasionally correct. Not every time, but I'm occasionally correct. One out of every, no, I have no idea. Dark Luna. All right. Sage Advice Sarah wants a little romantic rendezvous. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. A little bit of the romantic rendezvous. I'm just saying hotels are cheap, All right. Should I have a romantic rendezvous? I mean, I'd be tempted to say yes, just offhand. I'm just saying, but that's, I'm quite the rendezvous friendly type of person, but that's me. All right. The Elemental Wisdom Tarot will give us the wisdom that we need for this particular reading. You and salespeople. Forevermore, Sunflower is going to be all about salespeople. That's going to be like their first thing that they're going to ask is Sunflower is going to ask anybody. It's like, what do you do for a living? And then Sunflower is going to pick up the phone and then text me and say, I hate you. This one's a salesman too. It's going to be on your mind for probably the next, I would say, at least 6 months. Okay. So should I hit it and quit it? Oh, the Knight of Cups is right here. The Nine of Coins and the Emperor. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, this looks pretty good for a little rendezvous. The emperor does say sort of take command of this, take charge of this, and sort of go forth with that. It's not something, the emperor says go forth and be merry with all of that. And the reason I say yes, and the reason I say this looks pretty good is because we got the Knight of Cups. That's Mr. Romance. You watch the video, it's Mr. Romance. That is so romantic. Look how romantic this person is. He's got the dolphin. How can you go wrong with the dolphin? Okay, a dolphin and doing a hit it and quit it. The dolphin's kind of creepy, but, maybe it's like when the dog watches you. It's just really creepy. But anyway, yeah, but the Page of Wands says, be a little bit be a little bit gingerly approach or when you get over into this. But yeah, Page of Wands is definitely sort of go forward. Empress says take command. And, the Nine of Coins says it's going to be something nice, a nice little hit it and quit it, and then just go forth and live your life as normal, just have a few hours of fun and all of that good stuff. That is a hit it and quit it situation. Never hurt anybody. Probably gave some people diseases, but that's what protection is for. Just hit it and quit it with protection, and you are all set. Andrew, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. She is reaching out. Oh, okay. All right, Jan. Yeah, what was your question? Yeah, Jan, we got you covered. In the meantime, Cassie wants to know, should I message the Sagittarius old fling? Tonight is old fling night. What's going on? What's going on? It is old fling. Old fling night. It is. It's an old fling night. Should you message that Sagittarius and hit it and quit it? Could be one of those things. I'm thinking, I'm thinking the Modern Love Tarot is going to be just for you. That modern love. I'm feeling it. Christopher Jackson. Oh my God. It's been a minute since you've been on this channel. How are you doing? Christopher? It's been like months. It's been months. I remember you. You changed your icon too, I think. Yeah, I remember you. I'm just saying. It has been, everybody welcome Christopher back. Christopher's hanging out with us again. He ghosted us a little while, but he's back. Back in force. That's all you really need. Come back in force with a little bit of that romantic tarot in the wheelchair. All right. Let's see about this. It is old fling night. What are we going to do with the new old fling? Should you reach out? Should you do it? Six of Wands, the Lovers, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Well, this looks like it's good too. It could be old fling night. Basically, if you need an old fling, you just go ahead and just try it out. The Sagittarius is looking fantastic. We got the Lovers in here. Reach out. The Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands says you definitely don't want to hang around long. I think your Sagittarius has a little bit of a baggage problem where they're going to have some baggage and you're going to have to sort of shake some of that off and sort of recover from that and move on from that and whatnot. Ten of Wands says, yeah, that baggage is there and it's sort of going to be weighing on you. The Queen of Cups, though, says it's a good emotional high. It definitely is one of those. So, not necessarily a hit it and quit it, but definitely something that's not going to be on the long term. Going to sort of have that peak of the good stuff with the Sagittarius, but then the Sagittarius kind of just wears on your nerves. The Queen of Cups says they have a good emotional connection. We have a nice emotional component looking fine on that as well. And the Lover says, do it, do it. Six of Wands says it will be successful as well. So that's really going to be there. That's really going to be hot for that. All right. We had a question about the queue. We're right here. It's actually pretty reasonable. We're on the last three. We're down here. So we only got 3 to go. There you go, Arlene. All right. Oh, man. It is old flame night. All right. I'm just saying. All right. Wow. I'm trying to recover from all these old flames. I don't want to contact my old flame because I have a new flame. So I'm going to stick with the new flame strategy. Jan, what was your question? My love life has been complicated. What does it look like? Jan, let's see what your love life does look like. What does it look like? Jan, I'm hoping it looks pretty good. It is complicated indeed. All right. Let's see. For Jan, welcome, Jan. There you go. Okay, let's use the successful, beautiful, and stunning Tarot the Divine. Throw that onto the table and see how that is going. Who is messaging me? The ebook reader blog. Well, I don't know why I'm subscribed to that. I listen to audiobooks lately. I have an audiobook addiction. I'm gonna fess up. I'm gonna tell you now. I have an audiobook addiction. And I have about 400 books in my Audible library, mainly because Audible has free trials. They'll give you like 4 or 5 books in a free trial, and then you quit, and then they'll send you another free trial. So, you do that for how many years have I been doing that? Like since they started? Oh, that's back before they were called Audible. Anyway, all right. So it is complicated. 7 of Wands is complicated because other people. I think if you were given the opportunity, Jan, if you were given the opportunity and somebody came up to you and just was truthful to you and just was good to you and just really sort of filled all the gaps, no pun intended, I think you'd be pretty happy. But instead, you're fighting off drama. You're fighting off a little bit of people. And it just feels like that it's complicated because of other people. I mean, if they just came in straight with a straight agenda, with a truthful side, I don't think it'd be that bad. Ace of Cups says you're really sort of in the realm of a new relationship or someone that is going to be a very new, sparkly, shiny relationship. It's kind of what you need now. I think you have so much excess garbage and baggage sort of wandering around. It's just like a roach motel at some point. You just got to get something clean. Got to get something clean. Sunflower, I think for you, or a donation. But yeah, Ace of Cups says you do have something clean, new coming in. Queen of Wands and the 5 of Wands as well is looking pretty good for that. I think that something clean coming in is basically going to be an Aries. I think the Aries, sort of this fire sign, either Aries or fire sign, it feels like this person is going to come in and not really be that way, but they're going to be so casual and so relaxed that you're just like, this is awesome. I don't have to deal with the baggage. I don't have to sort of swim through the mud. I can just be myself. I think that's one of the pieces of the puzzle that you're missing, is being yourself, being comfortable, being allowed to be who you are, and not having a bunch of the excess stuff sort of wandering through. So swimming in the mud is kind of where you're at. It shouldn't be, and it won't be in the future. So yeah, look for a little bit of that fire sign action and get it done. Get it done, Find out exactly what that's going to be. But yeah, it looks like you need sort of a sweeping up or a cleanup on aisle 3 on some of your relationships. All right, Jay wants to know, are you quitting the job and seeing what's going on with that? Christina, speaking of new flame, how you doing, Christina? Good to see you. Christina, it's old flame night. I'm just saying. Quitting job in the near future. I'm assuming you're asking me if you should. I'm not really sure what the question is, but we're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it and go with a, this might hurt tarot, because indeed, this might hurt when we're ditching the old job. We're ditching the job, shaking off all of that stuff. Oh, man. You're going to quit job, or you're not going to quit the job? Luckily, tarot is very transparent on these matters. It is very transparent on the matter. It is going to tell you a definitive yes or a definitive no. And which one do we have today? Oh, my. Oh my, and oh my. Don't do it. Don't do it. You need to stay. You need to stay. This is pretty hardcore here at this point. You need to stay. You got to stay. Terry G, welcome back. By the way, Terry G is the one that everybody remembers. Terry G, in chat. If you look at Terry G may be familiar to you. Okay, anyway. Yeah, you need to hang on for dear life. At this point, I would just say hang on for dear life. This is, okay, there's 2 styles of reading here. One, we could say quit, one we could say hang on for dear life, and then there's big middle swath of space where it'd be like, well, if they give you this, you want to hang on, and if you give you that, I think that'd be all right, and maybe if they increase your hours, something like that. It doesn't say that. It says hang on for dear life. We're way over here on that. The Two of Cups says this is a match for you. This is where you need to be. This is where you need to be. Sunshiny Day, thank you for hanging out with us and being part of the family. I appreciate it. And it feels like the Two of Cups is hang on for dear life. The Hierophant, the company is someplace that you want to be. Maybe it's not this particular position, but the company is maybe where you want to be. The Star also says you're guided to here. You're going to stay here. Eight of Pentacles says keep working, and hang on for dear life. And Jay says ugh, which means you're unhappy with it. Well, I understand that. But I don't have a single bad card here. Every single, okay, if I were to prototype out the best possible reading for staying, this is it. This literally would be the 4 cards that would contain the best possible reading for hang on for dear life. So yeah, that is a highly unusual reading. Normally tarot is vague. But tarot is not vague right now. KD, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just laying it out how the cards say, Jay. I realize that you wouldn't be asking the question if you were happy. Clearly, you wouldn't be asking the question if you were happy. But you know, oh man, hang on for dear life. All right. Oh no, she is reaching out and then vanishing again. Oh, are you being carrot on a stick? Are you being carrot on a stick? No moving to Texas. You got to move to Texas. I'm just saying, all my exes are in Texas. You got to move to Texas. Texas is beautiful. You got to love all the 106-degree summers and the, I'm just saying. The wide open spaces, all the beautiful traffic. Don't go to Houston. Houston is like the plague of Texas. It's the, don't go to Houston. I mean, I'm just saying now. If you like sitting in traffic for 7 hours, Houston's fantastic. It's very beautiful. You get to see a lot of Houston while you're sitting in traffic for 7 hours. Okay. Anyway, all right. You want to. I mean, you should. You should come to Texas. Make the job move here. You know? I mean, that's what I'm saying. All right. Okay, she's doing a little carrot on the stick feel, and because she's the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Coins. I mean, you are being carrot on a stick here. It is, it's sort of Dallas. That's where I'm at. It is sort of, dangling the carrot, and you just can't reach it, and you're constantly chasing it. And I think they're doing it on purpose. I mean, I'm just saying. You have the Queen of Swords, which is the person may not be just upfront. They may not be truthful. It may not be something where they're just 100% with you. The Ace of Swords, they do want to communicate with you once in a while. They do sort of want a carrot on a stick. And, it's one of those things. Seven of Cups, you do have more options. Maybe you should move on. Oh, man. Okay, here are my thoughts. Let's cut to the chase. Let's go to the end of the series, the end of the book. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people in Dallas. We should have a meetup. Kozaya, welcome. How are you doing tonight? The Seven of Cups says you have more choices. There are things to do. I think the bottom line is, is this okay to have a carrot on a stick and be sort of drawn in like this? If that's cool with you because you're getting something out of it, I mean, if you're getting hit it and quit it out of it, or you like the attention, or it's just sort of a fun little thing, I would stick with it. If this is something that you really could live without, though, and you feel like it's time to move on, you definitely need to do that. It's just going to remain a carrot on a stick. It's almost like the person enjoys doing this. Yeah. So my thoughts are, but okay, I'm going to go on a rant here. Sometimes A carrot on a stick is kind of nice. Maybe you have a hit it and quit it situation and they go away. Maybe this is kind of convenient. You know, it fits your schedule. It's not, you didn't want to get serious anyway. They didn't really want to get serious. That's okay. But if they're, or sometimes people just like a little bit of attention. You know, maybe talk to somebody, have some fun, and then I go about doing my life. And then maybe I'd talk to somebody, in other words, I'm not ready for a relationship. So talking to somebody and having a little fun and then moving on with my life, that's kind of fun. But if you don't enjoy that scenario, get out of it. That's basically what it's saying. Terrell Apprentice, it is so good to see you as well. How are you doing? All right. Boo Boo wants to know, weekend. We got a couple of weekends coming. Whoa. We need to move that dash out one space. All right. Let's see. What are we doing? We didn't want the Poe. You wanted the Thoth. All right. I mean, Boo Boo's taking a chance on the Thoth. It could be your weekend to meet the salesperson. I'm just saying. It could be. I am going to harp on the salesperson just because it's funny. Mina, how are you doing? What is going on? All right. Let's see. What is happening? Oh, Jesus. Boo Boo, he's going to have a rough weekend. That's for damn sure. Boo Boo. It looks like a rough weekend. That's a lot of bad cards. I'm not saying it's going to be a terrible weekend. I'm just saying it's not going to be a good weekend. We got not emotional turmoil, but just this draining of emotions. It feels like just the emotions just aren't there. I can't get into it. I want to do something fun, but I can't get into it. I want to start something, but I can't get into it either. It feels like I'm just going to read with the Thoth today and just be emotionally disconnected. This is the card where the cups have dried up. The emotions aren't flowing. The cups have dried up a little bit. And that's sort of where the card is basically headed, right? The Lord of Lord of Disappointment, I think. The Lord of Disappointment. Anyway, the cups have dried up. There's no flow. There should be beautiful flowing water through here. And it just says that the emotions just aren't flowing a little bit on the stuck side, There also feels like that you're sort of wading through the weeds. In other words, I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to move forward with this, but I'm just getting caught up in other things. I'm getting distracted. It's like when you go to work. Okay, sometimes I'm at work, right? And I'm trying to work on something and I get an email and I have to respond to the email immediately. And then I get another email 3 seconds later, and I have to respond to that immediately. And then I get another email, and I got to respond to that immediately. So now I'm responding to like 18 different emails, and meanwhile, the stuff that I started on, I have no idea what I was doing at that point. It feels like one of those. It feels like you're just sort of weeding or sort of muddling through the mud or something like that. Cowboy Dan, welcome. And then we have the just the sort of the heartbreak. We have sort of it feels like you need other people to help you out. But basically that's it. I mean, Boo Boo wanted the Thoth. Boo Boo got the Thoth. I mean, when you play with the bull, sometimes you get the horns. And that is the horns on the Thoth. You just received them, unfortunately. All right. Let's hope KD's goes better. Let's hope yours go better. That Poe. See, KD knows. KD didn't say the Thoth because KD knows she's going to get one of the bullhorns with that. So let's do a little bit of the Poe action for KD. Oh, Edgar Allan. What do you say? Edgar Allan? What say you? Whoa. Edgar Allan says he wants you to have this card. That's for sure. All right. Edgar Allan says the Four of Cups. Oh, that's not too bad. Come on, Poe. Give me something good. You're not Thoth. Don't be a Thoth. Don't be like Thoth. Okay, what do you got? Well, that's not too bad. It's not the Thoth, so therefore it's not too bad. All right. So the Four of Cups, one of the things you're going to get hit with this weekend you don't want to deal with, that's for sure. I would recommend anything that comes in this weekend where somebody's like, KD, I need you to help out. KD, I need you to do this. KD, I need you to do that. I think you should put them off. I think you should just say, no, I think we can wait until next week for that. That's one of the big things here, Katie, is let's wait a little bit. Let's put this off. Why do something today when you can put it off till tomorrow? And that's one of the important things here. That is one of the important things here. Tony, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, the Four of Cups says put it off until Monday. Don't do anything important this weekend. Even if somebody else wants you to do it. And we see that with the Ace of Wands being reversed. That action, that activity, that fire, that beautiful flames that you have with the Wands, especially with the Ace of Wands, is just not working this weekend. It's not going to blend. It's not going to blend. Put it off. Delay. Everybody loves a good procrastinator. And I think, KD, this weekend, that's you, right? That's you. The Moon and the Empress. The reason is because I think you have a lot of stuff coming as far as guides, as far as intuition, as far as things hitting you. Not necessarily hitting you in a bad way, but you have a lot of information coming in this weekend. There's a lot of things sort of rolling around this weekend in your head, and you really want to write a lot of this down, because some of this is going to be just fantastic for later. Now, definitely sort of take notes. I would recommend, KD, this weekend, I would recommend start a dream journal. Basically, get a pencil and a piece of paper next to your bed, or use your phone and have the recording app up. And when you wake up and you have a very vivid dream, write it down. Again, you're going to have a lot of information coming this weekend. It's going to be flowing like water. Let it come in. Let the stream hit you, and definitely write some of this stuff down, because it's going to be important later. This is your weekend to get a lot of messages from a lot of different sources. So there you go. Cole Zayas, Get My Thoth on Saturday. Ooh, that is fun. That is fun. I highly recommend the Thoth. I can't recommend the Thoth enough. I really can't. And don't be upset with it. You need to watch that Tarot Oracle course on the Thoth. Now, why would you watch that one instead of somebody else's? Number one, I get you into the Thoth immediately with memory cues. I don't mess around. I'm not going to lecture you for 20 minutes on a card. I'm going to tell you instantly what it means and how to remember it by getting some fun little memory tricks, right? And that way, at the end of the course, now you know all the cards. And now you can go look it up if you want to know. But now you're kind of reading, right? You're kind of reading. You don't have to go into like this in-depth 50-hour studying thing. Anyway, Kristen, we start working in February at Samsung. Now, if you weren't here at the beginning, Kristen had a very good read for Samsung for the person calling them back, right? We had some swords in there. We had the Hermit at the end. And by the way, in all my books, I talk about the Hermit being a good landing spot. It's sort of where you land. It's like the Olympic gymnast. They're going to do the flips in the air, and then they're going to go boom and land. And the Hermit is that landing. So if you're moving and you have the Hermit at the end of the read, that means you successfully landed like that gymnast, and you hit it, you nailed it, and you're there. You moved. You're there. You're at the destination. Mwah. All right. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. You're afraid of the Thoth. Mina, you can't be afraid. You got to dive in with both feet. Okay. So what do you start working in there? Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Tower, and the Fool. It seems that, you do have an opportunity to work there. Are you fully content? It doesn't sort of seem that way. The Tower says that there needs to be a little bit of crumbling, or a little bit of sort of falling down of some things before that happens. Maybe that's either a job offer that you have as well. Maybe that's sort of you get into a position where you're not really sure what they want you to do, or you're not really happy with sort of where you're landed or whatnot. But yeah, definitely have a Tower moment before you can get there full time, get there going. It could be maybe a probationary period and you feel like you're really sort of failing a lot, or they're sort of giving you tasks that are literally impossible. You just have sort of a thing, or you're just not really there. The King of Swords says you do have the communication. You do have that sort of getting in there. The Knight of Pentacles points to the opportunity of making the money, getting into the job. So I think that you're in there. And what is that tower? It could be 100 different things. It could be, again, they put you in a weird spot. It could be that you get in there and then you're ready to leave. Maybe that's where the Fool comes in. But I think overall you're able to get in. You do have a rocky start. Have you ever been in one of those jobs where you just feel like you're doing everything wrong? You know, and you're just like, ugh, I'm doing everything. You don't want that, right? But sometimes you're just stuck in that situation. It could be one of those as well. But you do have a sort of a mixed read, a mixed bag. Will you get in there? I do think so. You do have the Knight of Pentacles. That is where the person is very content with where they're at. They're looking across this field of wheat, and the field of wheat is looking fantastic, and they're really excited about how they've done things overall. So it's looking pretty good overall. All right, sunshiny day. A big transition at work starts Monday. One person resigned. Sunshiny day, still doing the work drama. Oh my, sunshiny day. Are you going to leave sunshiny day? Are you thinking about leaving? Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? We got the big kahuna. The big kahuna. You know what I think? Since Christine is watching, I think still. We'll use the gift from Christina. The wonderful Christina has given me the zombie tarot. We're going to use that for this one. Get a little Z in there. Get a little Z in the workspace and see how that is going to go. Because we're hoping the Sunshiny Day has the best work readings in the history of mankind. Every time we have a work reading with Sunshiny Day, it literally turns out to be a sunshiny day. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The King and Pharaoh. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you. Look at this beautiful gift. Look at the tarot I got from Christina. It's just amazing. Thank you, Christina. Where is it? Where is it? Thank you, Christina. It is. Mwah. There we go. All right. Hunter, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Online tarot business. We'll get to that next. So, Jay, thank you for your donation. Moving to Texas. I mean, that's a great place to be. Man, we don't have any state income tax. I'm just saying, yet. We may have in the next 4 years. You don't know. We may get stuck with the one. The big transition work starts Monday. One person. Tell me. The Fool, the Three of Swords, the Hierophant, and Death. Sunshiny day. It appears that your reign, your realm, your streak of beautiful readings, every single reading being positive, every single reading being fantastic, has come to an end. The Fool into the Three of Swords, the Hierophant, and Death. You got two paths. One path is you stay, and you're going to have a rather dramatic shift in what's happening up there. You can stay, sure, that's not going to be a problem. Be prepared for the dramatic shift up there. It's going to be not subtle at all. We have the Hierophant, which is basically your company, and then Death. You're pointing at version 2.0. A lot of people leaving, a lot of people coming in, and things like that. You also have basically an opportunity to leave. I don't think you're presented with it, but I think that it is a possibility. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Fool into the Three of Swords. You know, it says, ride the bull like a pro, if you can. Ride the bull like a pro. Like one of those Western movies where they go in there and they ride that bull. You know, they put the quarters in. Well, not the quarters in. That's when you're like 4. But no, I mean, you know, the ride the bull in the bar in those movies. You're going to have to ride the bull. There's dramatic changes coming. Stay there. That's fine. You're going to have to ride the bull. But there is a distinct offer for you leaving. There's a distinct offer for you leaving. So there you go. All right. Okay. What do we got next? We got Jay. Oh, no, Jay was after Hunter. We got Samantha after that. Samantha, thank you so much for your donation. There is the kiss for you in the sound. We'll see. Started a mostly online tarot business, recently stagnated. Will it pick back up? Let's see about that. Will it pick back up? I think that Hunter is using the phone voice to text, because only phone voice to text will butcher a sentence quite like that. Man, I hate phone voice to text. Okay. Oh, man. All right. So it's kind of stagnated. It has. Hunter, that's what goes on with tarot sometimes. It stagnates some days it's busy. You never know. Samantha wanted to know what that was. That was the beautiful zombie tarot from the effervescent and wonderful Christina in chat. So there you go. All right. Let's see about this. Will it pick up? It is a donation source. I mean, this is it's going to be not really a roller coaster. It's going to have the downsides. There's really no way to sort of shake that. There's no really sort of way to shake that. You're just going to have to put up with it and keep going. It's one of those where you just got to keep going. I mean, basically, right? You got to keep going. And that's going to be one of your big factors here. Death says you're in for change. And that's going to involve a lot of things because, again, it is a donation system. So some days people will get their bonus checks, or some days people will get the stimulus checks, and they'll be like, hey, I got a little extra money. Let me throw that out and let me get some readings. Let me find out, what I can invest this in or something like that. Death says you do have the ups and downs as a way to go. The star says you are good with this. You are good with it. You just have to keep going. How can you improve? Even if it's 1%, even if it's a little 1% improvement, how can you improve today versus yesterday? Because if you stand on your successes and just ride it down the court, that's not going to be good. What can you do today to improve just 1% versus yesterday? That's where you need to be. The star says keep going. The lever says you're good at this. It's going to be something that's going to be a factor. And again, once you keep going, once you keep on that, that's going to be a successful thing for you at the end of the day. Ace of Cups says your good days will come back. But again, if you stagnate, you lose. You need to invent. You need to improve. You need to learn tarot better. You need to learn presentation better. Anything that you can do to just jack it up a little bit more, that's going to be where it's going to be your factor. But basically keep going. The star and the lovers, this is what you're meant to do. This is where you're meant to be. Keep going, keep doing it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Even if it sucks, don't stop. I've had days on this channel where I first started, where I had like 3 viewers. And I just went through and read tarot. And the next day I went through and I read tarot. And I've done that every day for over a year. And, that's the way it goes. Cosmic Kitty, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But just keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. All right. Do they have the erotic tarot? I do. I do have a naked tarot. This one that Sunflower gave me. I have a naked tarot. It is a humping tarot, as I call it. All right. Jay wants to know, moving to Texas by August. Let's see about that. Jay. Texas or bust? All right. Is that going to be a thing? We're going to get there by August. That's a pretty good time frame. I mean, I can deal with that. If we're moving. Let's get a little Mons Tarot going on here. All right. Sunflower gave me the Naked Tarot. It has got quite a bit of humping. There is no shame in some humping, and it has a lot of it. So there you go. You love the smooch sound effect. Yeah. I needed something. I just put that in there. How to be live in YouTube to read tarot. Infinity. You go to your YouTube app and there's a button that says live. And then you click that and you go to town. Use that camera on the phone and go to town. That's how I started. That's how everybody starts. All right. Texas or bust by August. Yes, 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 and yes, yes, yes. That's looking fantastic. 8 of Wands. Here's you. Here is you. You are moving. You get that action. You get that moving. The 8 of Wands. Fantastic. Good stuff. Queen of Wands. You're able to get it done. I don't think it's going to be just smooth sailing, but you're able to get it done. You're able to get it moving. Knight of Pentacles, you certainly are happy, especially in the Dallas area. Make sure to find out the crime areas in Dallas, by the way. Yeah, you want to research that well. You want to research it very well. So the Knight of Pentacles says you're pretty happy where you land. And I don't think that's bad. 6 of Wands talks about your success. It talks about your success being here. I think you're able to get the job. I think you'll be able to get a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff, you know? You know, the 6 of Wands, the Lord of Victory, it's where you need to be. And Texas, you will thoroughly enjoy Dallas area. Be sure to, if you want to know the sites, I mean, just email me and I will email you all the good stuff you can do in Dallas area. It is fun over here. It is fun over here. We got 3 psychic fairs, too, that you can visit. There's 2 really crappy ones, and then there's one that's like a really big one. All right. Samantha, will Kat and I make up? Is that going to be a thing? By the way, we're ending soon. We got Samantha and Cosmic Kitty, and then we are sneaking out of here for the evening. Sneaking out of here. All right. Kat and I make up. Is that going to be a thing? What did Kat do now? What did that cat do now? Everybody wants to know what the erotic tarot is. Oh no, I don't have the box here. My humping tarot. I'm not really sure. I don't really have the box here, so I don't know. Anyway, let's see what we're doing here. Since Lady is here, Kolzai, thank you for your donation. We're gonna do a little Hermetic tarot action. Get Samantha some Hermetic tarot action up in this house. Oh, there it is. The tarot of sexual magic. It is sexual indeed. We got full penetration, half penetration. We have every orifice seems to be probed in that particular tarot. All right. 7 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. No. Kat and you do not appear to be looking good for making up. No, 8 of Wands, that movement is just not happening. It's not something. The 4 of Swords, they need more time, Samantha. They're going to need a little bit more time, a little bit more space and time. Going to need to sort of move forward with that. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to give them some space, give them some time to sort of recover. 7 of Wands says they're still defensive. They're still on the defensive side. Oh, that just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Boo-boo, gotta love that penetration. Well, as long as you got the protection and the lube, penetration isn't half bad at all. Who will come into my love life? Cosmic Kitty specified stable love life. Well, that's an important factor there. Stable love life. Let's see. Yeah, you need more time and some more space. Tim Judd, welcome to the Madhouse, otherwise known as the stream. All right. Let's see. We'll do a little golden tarot for this one. A little bit of the golden tarot. Get some kitty some love life going. Need something stable, not one of those hit it and quit it like we had earlier. Tonight was hit it and quit it night. I mean, it does seem to be that kind of night, but you know, that is there. That is there. What is going on with the love life? The Tower, Queen of Coins, a 4 of Wands. Oh, it needs to all fall down. Kitty, it needs to all fall down before it's going to be stable. It does. It needs to just fall down to the ground before it's stable. I mean, what does that mean? It means you need to sort of shake off the fleas. Get a fresh start. get a fresh start. Shake off some of the fleas and get a fresh start. The Tower says some of the things hovering around you, some of the relationships over there, you need to kick them to the curb somewhat. The Queen of Coins says you have stability once all of this sort of noise and action is kind of calmed down. You need a calmer environment. You need a more stable environment. And you need one of those. Four of Wands says you do have something stable coming, but you need to remove the unstable elements from your life and get some of the orbiters, get some of the people that are hovering. They're not going to be just that. Three of Wands, definitely keep looking. A lot of the fleas that have attached themselves to you, you need a flea collar because a lot of those fleas are not doing you any good. They're not doing it. You need to do something about it. Three of Wands says definitely time to take some action on that. You need to rid yourself of the fleas before you can get comfortable. Otherwise they're going to just bite on you all night. Letting go. I mean, that's going to be up to you if Kevin is going to be there. But I mean, how much benefit does Kevin bring to the table? If Kevin is like your soulmate, if Kevin is wonderful and Kevin is going to be absolutely wonderful, you definitely have to shake off some of the fleas before you can get comfortable because they're going to just keep biting you, baby. Maybe a flea dip. That could be a thing. I mean, it could be a thing. All right. Oh, Kolzaya wants a DJ mixer. Okay. DJ mixer or no? I mean, if we're going to do a DJ mixer, I think it should be on a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
He didn't do me good. Well, that's not good. All right. On the left, we have getting yourself a DJ mixer. Treating yourself. Getting on the side. What kind of DJ mixer do I want? That may be it. Is that going to be a thing? I mean, you just want to have fun with the DJ mixers. Okay. This is no. This is yes. Let's see which one wins. Oh, no and yeah. I think, I mean, entertainment purposes only, but it's looking pretty good. You got I think the DJ mixer would be a hell of a lot of fun, first off. You do have that fun. You do have the Emperor. It puts you in charge. It gets your creativity flowing. It gets you a lot of fun stuff going in there. So yeah, look at that Lovers. A little bit of the Lovers action. There's a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment with that. And it puts you in the command seat, in the driver's seat, where you can just sort of get that creativity going, get it flowing, and all of a sudden it's like a time machine. Because 4 hours went by and you just have a hell of a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun. The no section says save your money. It says you may want to save your money. Is this something you want to, buy a cheap one? I mean, don't go all out with all of that stuff. Buy a cheap one and, see if you like it. See a lot of that. But it does function as a time machine. Hell of a lot of fun. I say go for it. Do it. There you go. All right. Anyway, that's it from me. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you, obviously, tomorrow.